So we had done the first part of page 111 on the Friday before break. And we did questions 1 through 9 is what we talked about. And we talked about something called the cover method. Okay? And this is used as graphing. And the cover method works best when this works when x and y are on the same side. Okay? So again, the cover method is a way it finds you where it crosses the x-intercept, it finds you where it crosses the y-intercept. And when I do cover method, I always start out by going 0, comma, blank, and blank, comma, 0. And if I do that, the 0, comma, blank on the first one means I cover over the x value and I solve whatever the y value would be. If I cover over the second 0, the one on the right, that would be the y value, and I solve for that. So let's take a look. Was there anything on page 111, 1 through 9 that you wanted me to help you out with? Just kind of refresh you. Even if you think you got it right, if you just wanted a refresher on it. We feel okay? All right, turn over to page 112, please. And if you've already done it, great. If you haven't done it, we're going to work through it. So, item 1, we're going to take a look at this problem, and we're going to kind of keep using the same type of verbiage every time we see it. Is x and y on the same side? Yes. So we stop there because the cover method's going to work. Does that make sense? So I'm going to draw myself an xy axis best I can. I'm going to put 0, comma, blank, and blank, comma, 0. Okay, so this is an x value, agreed? Because it's x, comma, y. Yeah. So if I cover this up, 2 times what number gives me 20? 10. So that's going to say that 0, comma, 10 is going to be one of our points. So 0, comma, 10 is like up here. Okay? And then this is a y value, so I'm going to cover this up. So negative 5. Negative 5 times what number gives me positive 20? Negative 4. And once you have 2 points established, you can draw yourself exactly one straight line through those 2 points. So that's the cover method. Yeah, buddy. He's not here. So the cover method is a very valuable tool in graphing. We're going to see 3 different ways to graph, but we're going to try and have the same verbiage used over and over when we go through it, because it's going to allow us to use a good thought when we're doing it. So is there any questions on number 10? Go to number 11. And again, I'm on page 112. So I have negative 4x plus 4y equals 20. So the very first question I'm going to say is, are my x and my y value on the same side of the equal sign? We stop there. We can start graphing it. Okay? And again, if you just get into the habit of going 0, comma, blank and blank, comma, 0, that's going to help you to solve this problem. Okay, so let's go. Let's do that. Let me maybe pour a red in there. All right, so I got this red circle. So this is an x value. So I'm going to cover up my x quantity. Okay? 4 times what number gives me 20? 5. So 0, comma, 5 is right here. On this one, no, because negative is positive 4. The other one is, yes. The other one totally is. So 0, 5 is right here. And then this is a y value, so when I cover this up, then this gives me the negative 5, absolutely. So negative 4 times what number gives me positive 20? I know that negative times negative is a positive. So this is going to give me -5. So -5, 0. Put a dot. Connect the dots to each other. Draw the line continuing. Draw it as straight as you can. Okay? And again, this is a valuable tool. This will help you with graphing. This doesn't just happen to go with math. And when in science classes you have this type of thing, you can still do the same idea. Again, this finds me a few things. This here is called our y-intercept. So this is the y-intercept. This here is our x-intercept. So this one here gives me my x-intercept. Okay? The x and y-intercepts is where it crosses. Sometimes people refer to this as the intercept method. We just call it the cover method because you can cover it up. All right, so one that we don't have on here right now. This is just a random example. If I had, say, x equals -7, what kind of straight line is this? It's not going to be slanted or diagonal. It's going to be what? Is it vertical or horizontal? Well, let's think. X equals -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -7. So I have a dot right here. So what kind of line would I draw that would go right through that? Horizontal or vertical? Vertical. If I drew a horizontal right through it, yeah, it does include that point, but you want to include this. So that's what this looks like. Another example might be, what if we had y equals -2? What kind of line is this? Vertical. So you count up, or you count down, excuse me. -2 is right here. And here would be this one. Okay, so if you have x equals a number, it's vertical. If it's y equals a number, it's horizontal. Okay, it doesn't have a pitch to it, whether it's a positive or a negative slope. All right, number 12. So -2x minus 4y is equal to 16. Okay, so let's ask ourselves the same question. Is x and y on the same side? Yeah, so stop there. Cover method's going to work. Go ahead and write 0, blank, blank, 0. Again, that allows you to define 2 points. Let's use ourselves the cover method. Let's see. How about that? All right. So, come on, baby. There we go. That box is underneath an x value or a y value? X. So I'm going to cover up our x. So -4 times what number gives me negative or positive 16? -4. So -4, 0. Is that an x or a y intercept? It's a what? X intercept, yeah. X intercept. Cool. Now let's oh wait, I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh yeah. Can't take me anywhere. Covering up. Covered up 0. That should have been a -4 there. I am so sorry. Yeah, that made the y-intercept. So we made the y-intercept. I had plugged into the wrong location. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now, this right here is a y value. And that y value, we cover this up, ignoring any of the signs. -2 times what number gives me 16? -8. -8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -8. And that's an x-intercept. I apologize for my error. All right, my friends. That's our line that goes 2 points by geometry, 2 points to find any line. Okay? I'll take a look at yours real quick, number 13. Thank you. Okay, first question we ask, is x and y on the same side of the equal sign? Yes. So we're going to stop there. We're going to be able to use our cover method, so 0 comma blank, blank comma 0. Draw myself an xy axis. Pretty little heart. All right, is our heart on an x value or a y value for that 0? X, so I'm going to cover up this. Okay, this gets covered. So negative 6 times what number gives me positive 24? Negative 4, good. So 0, negative 4. Y-intercept, yes? Okay, same idea. This 0 here is a y value, so I'm going to cover this up. So negative 3 times what number gives me positive 24? Negative 8. Negative 8, 0. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 points to find one line. There it is. So this is a pretty powerful skill. It's not hard to do. Of course, you don't necessarily have an electronic heart or shape to move around, so you could just literally take your finger and put it over top of, I have an x value for a 0, 0 for x, put it over the x value. 0 for the y, put it over that. Go from there. And then the last little bit on there is problem number 14. So they have this written down. You have 4x minus 9y equals 36. And then they have 4x minus 9 times 0 equals 36. That gives you 4x equals 36. Divide each side by 4, so you get 9. And then I have 4x minus 9y equals 36. And they go 4 times 0 minus 9y equals 36, which is going to give me negative 9y equals 36. Divide each side by 9, or negative 9, so I'm going to get negative 4. And then they say this is the solution. So I ask you, friends, this looks a little different than what we were working on, but if we just take a look at the original, and the original on both the right and the left are the exact same. So what are they doing when they plug the 0 in here, or the 0 in here? Is that the cover method? Think about it. When I'm doing the cover method, I'm eliminating something. 0 times something always eliminates something. Okay, so this is indeed the cover method. So let's go with, see if we can kind of fix it up. So I was saying 0 comma blank and blank comma 0. So this is an x value here. It's an x value. So that appears they did this. Let's cover that up. So negative 9 times what number gives me 36? Negative 4. Okay, so the first one should have been 0, negative 4. And then the second value is a y value. So we're plugging this in, so we're covering this up. So 4 times what number gives me 36? That is 9. But my friends, they gave me this as a solution. Is that where those points cross? Or did they just make the mistake and say, oh, I have an x, I have a y value, put them together? Because I kind of have it done correctly down here. This was our cover method that we didn't have listed, but notice they have a 9 in the x and a negative 4 on the y. So does the cover method find me an actual point that's not on the x or the y axis?
Yeah.
So think about this. 0, negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. 9, 0. So this is the line of best fit. Does the point 9 comma negative 4 fall on that line? No. So they made an error here. So when you use the cover method, it gives the x and y intercept. Okay? It gives the x and y intercept. It doesn't give a point that's not on the x or y axis. Okay? All right, so friends, this week we're going to be covering GLF 6, which is basically what's going to help you on tonight's homework. Okay, that was basically the notes for it. And then we're going to go into GLF 6, which is a little bit different way than using the cover method. But we're still going to ask the first question. Is x and y on the same side? Yes or no? If yes, cover method. If no, move to a new method. And then GLF 8, it's going to be the same thing as GLF 7. GLF 9 is just more of the graphing. And then we'll have a quiz on Friday on these graphing up through GLF 9. So GLF 7 and 8 are going to be just a little bit different method, but we're still going to start asking the question. Is x and y on the same side? If yes, cover method. If no, another method is going to take place. Okay? So I would like us to work on, and I'll give you a start now, page 113, 114. I'm giving you time now to work on it in class. I'm expecting you to work on it. If you need to take a picture of it, if you forgot your book, come take a picture of it. If you need paper, there's paper up here. Worksheet 6. Oops. Whoop. That's it. That's it. So it's that page and then flip it over.